Today's video is a fun one, so go and grab yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, get some snacks, sit down and relax, and I'll tell you the story of how you can be like me and travel out the country with your medical weed. Hello YouTube world, my name is Katie, welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you're not new, welcome back, love. So like I said, today's video is quite a fun one. However, I do want to start off with disclaimer. Make sure that the country you are traveling to has legalized cannabis for either medicinal purposes or recreational purposes. And of course, I did my research before any of this, and the Czech Republic have legalized for medicinal purposes only. Now, with that being said, let's get into the video and the first part of what will you need. So I'll basically go over what I did, and this is my experience, how it went, how fast it was, responses that I got, etc, etc. So the first thing that I did was Google the email address of the London embassy of the country that I was traveling to. So obviously in this case it was Czech Republic, so this was my email that I sent to them. I said, "Hello, I have a flight booked for the 20th to the 24th of March from Stanstead to Prague. I'm a legal medical cannabis patient and would like to take my prescribed medicine with me. I am prescribed Chiron Hindu Kush, RIP Hindu Kush, and Adven EMT3. Both of these medicines would be needed to be administered during my trip. My question is this okay? And if so, what will I need to bring with me to provide me the ease of getting everything in order for anyone who needs to see my proof of prescription evidence? Thank you so much in advance. Look forward to speaking with you, me." Now, those keen eyes would have noticed I sent it on August the 3rd, 2022. I didn't actually fly out to Prague until March of this year. So I really wanted to give it enough time to make sure that the embassy gave me a response, because I didn't know whether they were going to take 2 weeks, 2 months, or 7 months. So one of my top tips is definitely, if you're going to do this, make sure that you email the embassy way in advance, as soon as you know you're going on holiday, to tell you the truth, just to make sure that you have everything that you have in order immediately. Okay, so after that, I actually emailed Stanstead Airport as well. I let them know that I was a cannabis patient. Basically everything that I went through in the email to the embassy, I pretty much said to Stanstead. And I also said that I am emailing the embassy as well. I did not get a response from Stanstead at all. Not for the whole 7 months. And even after the holiday, I still have not got a response. But after a week or so, I did have a response from the embassy, the email that I sent. Unfortunately, I don't have the email to actually read to you and put on the screen, but I'll just give you the TDLR. So they basically said that it's absolutely fine. I would need a covering letter from my clinic, which at the time was Zerenia. They also wanted a current copy of my current prescription, and they also wanted a hard copy of that as well. So basically what that means is they will not accept any digital copy on your phone or anything like that. It will need to be the hard copy that they do at the clinic before it gets sent to the pharmacy. So something to note, which is really important and quite shocking to me, but still it was great, is that you do not need to declare this. I was told you do not need to declare from the embassy. It can go in as a main bag or in the cabin bag because it is medication, so your medication does not need to be declared. So upon hearing the response back from the embassy, I then immediately emailed Zerenia. This is the email. I said, "Hiya, I'm going on holiday to Prague on the 20th of March 2023, and I've spoken to the embassy about bringing over my medicine. This is not an issue, however, I would need my prescription on a hard copy paper. Can you provide me this, please? And I need to make sure I have both strains on my prescription, and now that Curaleaf is doing both strains and my order has just been received, please can someone send me the hard copy of the prescription to my address." And then obviously they had also sent me a travel covering letter as well, which was what was required from the embassy. And I can show you that covering letter now. So the first page says, to whom it may concern, please see below the details of most recent prescribed medication issued to Katie. The patient has copies of their prescription and treatment notes to support this information, which I did. They had sent it to me. We are happy to be contacted to expand on any further points within this letter. And then you can see here that it's got the country and place of issue, the prescribing physician, patient information, myself obviously has the name, gender, date of birth, address, place of birth, and your passport number. So great information here from the clinic. Shout out to Zarenia for doing this. The date it was created, who it was created by, which was Dr. Matthew. Has my name on the top. It has the last update. It says, is the patient stable on their medication and eligible for a repeat prescription? The answer was yes. Patient is on a 3-monthly FUP regime. The last prescription, so it then names what the last prescription was, which was Chiron Hindu Kush, 35 grams, and Chiron Gelato, 35 grams. So on this second page, you can see the advisories that was given by the doctor, which is a max of 3 grams per day per flower. And you've got the prescribing doctor, the address of the clinic, and the signature. So yeah, this was great. So that was my cover letter sorted. I had the email from the embassy telling me it's absolutely fine. You just need a covering letter, you need your current prescription, and you need a hard copy of your current prescription. So tick, tick, and tick. Also, the fact they said do not declare. Brilliant. So I actually printed out all of the emails that I was sent back. So the embassy email I printed out, the Zarenia information I printed out. I just took everything that I had available with me. So we were all set. This is what you need. This part is optional. However, I highly recommend it. So I went and bought myself a travel case to take my medicine in. And the one that I decided to buy was this one. This is a FireDog. It's pretty sick. So it's got 2 zips. It goes round. So you've got a section here that's meshed, and you can put your documents or whatever you want to put in there, which is what I chose. I have a prescription in here, which is where I kept it when I went on holiday. But this is pretty cool. So let me show you this. Obviously, I'm not sponsored or anything like that, but I just thought I'd show you, because if there's anyone that's going on holiday, then you might find this useful. So you undo the zip, and then it comes with like this little insert bit, which I'll take out for them at the time being, but I'll show you in a minute. And then it's got this pocket on the inside. Got its pocket, and then it's got these sections. Let me see if I can get the light here. It's got these sections. And I was able to put a 10-gram pot in one side, and back in the day I actually could get 5 grams of Hindu Kush. So I took 10 grams and 5 grams. I think I took 10 grams of the Kush and 5 grams of gelato. I think that's probably what I did. So I had a 5-gram pot of gelato and then a 10-gram pot of my Hindu Kush. Both pots were completely sealed. Not one of them was opened. I made sure that before I went on holiday, I saved back the 15 grams that I wanted to take with me. Yeah, 10 grams went in there, 5 grams went in there, and I was able to actually close this with not much problem at all. Here. And then you can lock it with a combination lock, and then you open it with this bit here. So I've locked it at the moment, haven't I? Yeah, I've locked it so it won't open. So let me just... Okay, cool. And then now it unlocks, right? So how you lock it is you bring your zips round to here. There's like a section where you put your zips in like that. And now it's locked. No one's going to be able to open that unless they've got the combination. Comes with a little holder. And then this section here, it basically like goes inside. So hold on, let me just open this up again now. Okay, so this bit here, this goes on, there's a little bit of like Velcro. So this Velcro bit goes to that Velcro bit there, and it kind of acts like a lid. And then you can put bits in there if you want. Obviously, you've got that section there. You've got the section here. It's quite big. It's quite big. So I took with me in my little case 10-gram pot, 5-gram pot. I took, you could see in the picture that I played in the intro, but if you didn't, I took a mini tray with me. It didn't fit in there, obviously, but I took a mini tray with me. I took this with me. Those who know. I didn't take a grinder because I knew I could buy one out there. I did, however, take Rizzler because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get any out there. And I took my little raw pokey stick. So anyone going on holiday, then I highly recommend you getting something like this. It really gave me peace of mind that I was able to lock it. And so, you know, if anybody did come up to me or anything like that, then you can see that it's just, you know, it's secure. It's medicine. You don't want it getting into the wrong hands, even if it is completely sealed up. You know, that doesn't matter. So I like to just be as secure as possible. And this came on holiday with me to Prague. Of course, I'll stick all the links of, you know, things that I got if anybody's interested. Again, I'm not affiliated. I don't get nothing from it. I'm just trying to help you guys out. Do you know what I mean? So if you want to help me out, then please do consider hitting the like button on this video if you've liked it. It just helps YouTube to push it out to more people and, you know, hopefully help my channel grow, which is exactly what I'm trying to do right now. So thank you so much to everybody that has already done so. And thank you if you are one of those people that has decided to do that on this video. All right. So now I'm just going to briefly talk about my experience going to Stanstead, going through security, going through the nothing to declare, putting my little FireDog thing into my main bag and getting on the plane and getting off the plane. So the day comes, everything's fine. I'm pretty fine because, you know, I've got everything that I need. I'm pretty okay. Driving to the airport, you know, absolutely fine. Then getting to the airport, my anxiety hit a little bit and I was like, I've got everything, haven't I? I've got everything. I've got to double check it and I've got absolutely everything. I've got my passport. I've got my covering letter. I've got the prescription. I've got everything that I need. So I was fretting a little bit, which is, you know, normal, I guess, and even more normal for someone that has anxiety. So, but I'm going to give you a little tip. If you're still listening to me and you've got this far in the video, then I'm going to give you a little tip here. If you're not someone who doesn't utilize this already. So I had already pre-booked special assistance for Ryanair to get to Prague. Now, those who are unaware of what special assistance is, it's basically what it says on the tin. It's special assistance. So if there's people out there that are on a wheelchair or in a wheelchair, and they need to get onto the plane, they need assistance. But also, if you don't know, it also covers people that have major anxiety and people that don't deal well in crowds, like people who have autism. It does actually cover that sort of thing. So I have already done this a few times. I called up and went to the special assistance, got through and booked myself and my 2 friends that were going with me with special assistance. Because there ain't no way I'm not having my friends with me. That'd give me even more anxiety. So instead of actually going through all of the hour-and-a-half wait at the security, you don't do that. You actually go over to a separate part in the airport, which is for special assistance. And then they will take you on a basically fast track, cut about most of the line, to tell you the truth, because then you're not having to wait in the line with the crowds and people with anxiety and etc, etc. So they will take you and cut you so that you are able to then go through security immediately. So there wasn't as much anxiety for me when I got to the special assistance desk because I knew that the lad that was in charge of us was going to look after us. So we get to the security and my FireDog bag that has everything inside it is just in my main suitcase, which is going onto the cabin. So I'm not going onto the carousel, we're just putting it into the cabin where it will stay with me on my person all the time. So obviously, you know, this was a little bit nerve-wracking at this point because although you're fine, everything's legal. I've spoken to Stanstead, they never gave me a response, but I've spoken to the embassy and, you know, everything is fine. You still have worry. It's just human. It just is. I'm standing there, everything's fine, and then it gets sent through. And it doesn't get pulled over. It doesn't go to the behind one. It actually went through, no problem whatsoever. Brilliant. I couldn't actually believe it. It went through with flying colours. There was no problem at all. I immediately just, as soon as I knew that it had been scanned, they've seen it, everything's fine, they know everything's cool. It was good. So everything was fine, and I ended up going onto the plane, and I had to just look into my bag and be like, this has just happened. I am sitting on the plane with my weed right now. And that's when I noticed something. Remember that pink pot in that picture right there? Yeah, well, I didn't realise that I actually had a little bit of flour left in there, and that wasn't in the FireDog thing at all. No, that was just in my handbag, willy-nilly. So at that point, I realised, okay then. Needless to say, I had a great holiday. So if you guys ever want to do this, I ended up being able to bring some back as well. I didn't smoke it all. So if you're wondering if I got it back into Stanstead, then yes, I did. I hope this video has helped, just in case anybody is interested in leaving the country with your medicine. I'll say it last time, make sure that the country you're travelling to has medicinal or recreational use. But until the next time, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Bye.